This is the right and this is the left lung medial surface. The medial surface of both the lung is divided into an anterior mediastinal part and a posterior vertebral part. This is anterior border of right lung. This is rounded posterior border of right lung. This is anterior border of left lung, and this is the rounded posterior border of left lung. You can see the anterior border of left lung containing cardiac notch and lingula. This is cardiac notch and this is lingula. So this is left lung medial surface having the hilum, which is divided into a posterior vertebral part and an anterior mediastinal part. This is again right lung medial surface containing the hilum, divided into an anterior mediastinal part and a posterior vertebral part. The vertebral part on both the lungs will be related to the same structures, that is the thoracic vertebra from C7 to T10 and the intervertebral disc, sympathetic chain, splanchnic nerves. It is this mediastinal surface, the relationship varies. First let us see the mediastinal relationship of right lung. This is the hilum of the lung. The portion below the hilum is called as pulmonary ligament. Anterior to the hilum, this is a cardiac area which is related to right atrium. Above that, the superior vena cava. Formed in the superior vena cava is the right brachiocephalic vein. Arching above the root of right lung and draining into the superior vena cava. This arch above the right lung root is formed by arch of azygos vein. Behind the lung root will be the azygos vein. So the azygos vein runs behind the root of the lung, arches above the root of the lung and opens on the posterior surface of superior vena cava. Superior vena cava will be draining into right atrium. Behind the superior vena cava and the right brachiocephalic vein will be trachea and esophagus with vagus nerve, and phrenic nerve will be related in the cardiac area along with the pericardiophrenix vessels intervening between the heart and the lung, separated by the pericardium. So this is pulmonary ligament. Once again I repeat, right atrium in front of the hilum. From the right atrium, superior vena cava and right brachiocephalic vein in a straight line, draining into posterior surface of superior vena cava, arching above the root of right lung is the arch of azygos vein, which when traced behind will run as azygos vein posterior to the root of right lung. Posterior to the right brachiocephalic vein will be trachea first, followed by esophagus. Between the heart and the medial surface of cardiac area of the right lung will be the right phrenic nerve and right pericardiophrenic vessels. The vagus will be running between trachea and esophagus and will go towards the posterior side of the root of the right lung. Now, with the heart in situ and right lung in position, I am going to remove the right lung to show you the medial surface of the right lung. So right lung is removed. That's a chamber that is related. You can see right atrium continuing as superior vena cava, which is formed by the union of right brachiocephalic and left brachiocephalic vein. So the relation will be right atrium, superior vena cava and right brachiocephalic vein. Draining into superior vena cava, arching above the root of right lung will be arch of azygos vein. This is arch of azygos vein, this is azygos vein. Behind that will be esophagus. You can see trachea. This is trachea. This is right vagus. This is esophagus. This is sympathetic chain. Okay. Right atrium. This is right phrenic nerve. SVC. Brachiocephalic vein right side. Arch of azygos vein. Behind the SVC is trachea. So esophagus and tracheal groove will be containing the right vagus nerve. So trachea, esophagus, in between is right vagus nerve. This is azygos vein arching above the root of the lung, forming arch of azygos vein, draining into SVC. SVC is a continuation of right brachiocephalic vein. This is right atrium. You can see the right auricle. Embedded on the pericardium will be the phrenic nerve, which will be accompanied by pericardiophrenix vessels. So this is the mediastinal relationship of the right lung. You can see the sympathetic chain and splanchnic nerves, greater and lesser. and the C7 to T10 thoracic vertebra and the disc in between, along with posterior intercostal vessels. This relationship will be the same on both the sides. It's the mediastinal relationship that varies on the left and the right side.